Hey guys, welcome back into my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm Meg, I'm a mindfulness coach, and I share wisdom and hope each week through guided meditation and reflection. And in today's video, I will be taking you through another honest hour. It's the second one, and don't worry, it's not really an hour. But it's just a topic that I find a lot of us probably could stand to marinate on. The things that we have going on in our minds and occupy much of our precious lives. So today's topic is the time is now. Literally, inspired action is required. It's a realization that we are never going to be fully ready. There's so much preparation that we can do time and time again, but you just have to eventually start. And I urge you to think about, what it is that you're trying to bring in, and think about why you're holding yourself back from taking one step, because that's what we have to do, guys. We simply have to take one step forward. We don't have to worry about 3 steps in, or the step that we maybe shouldn't have taken that was in the past. We just have to be present, which is why it's so key. And reflecting and having gratitude for the process of how we're evolving, and knowing also that there is no such thing as failure. If we're really truly going after our dreams, there will be something so deep within us that is inspired and creative and feeling passionate about what it is that you're trying to bring about. And there's just no stopping us. But what really the most detrimental thing is to not taking action is being paralyzed by fear or judging ourselves because we think we should know all the answers, or that we're having self-worth challenges, or that we're not smart enough or good enough or fast enough or witty enough, or fill in the blank with all of the patterns that we sometimes take on as humans. All of the things that we feel are our flaws or our faults start to come forward. You are perfectly imperfect. Nobody's perfect, and we really shouldn't try to be perfect. And I think it's something that is so glaringly obvious in our society, especially in the Western world and the US. There's so much that is driven on the external and how a person looks, or what kind of car they drive, or maybe the position that they're in and some high profile neighborhood that they live in. And as much as those things can all be nice, it really doesn't make a difference to who you are and what you have to offer on the inside, and what your real true gifts are to give to the world. But if you're sitting there and you're worried that you're not going to do it right, or that you just don't feel like you've had enough time to research something, you'll be doing that for like years. Billboard life is about putting ourselves out there, but we have to take the steps. If it's something related to your career and you feel like you're ready to switch, now is the time. If you want to go build a garden and really immerse yourself into all the plants, or creating a beautiful space which then you can eat the fruits of your labor, awesome. If you are considering going back to school and moving into a totally different area, that is amazing. When we have these intuitive hits within ourselves, they are there because it's our higher self calling out. Please follow this path and follow your heart and follow what lights you up. But we're meant to be in this society where we have to stick to these certain rules, or where someone feels like they can't veer off because it's being selfish, or that's not going to pay the bills, so I can't put any effort into it. And I get it. Just like you, I have responsibilities, and we all do, existing. But what is the purpose of our life if we cannot follow what truly lights us up? Just ask yourself this question, and that's the best part of why I'm doing these reflections. I really want people to just stop and think, What is it that you are holding yourself back from? If someone said, I want you to tell me in a nutshell what you would like to pursue or something that you have that's like a goal or a dream, and write it down, and then literally start to take one even baby step. Maybe it's making one phone call or, writing one line of your future book. All of the little steps, as much as they seem so tiny, and it also seems overwhelming when we commit to ourselves and a dream, because it's like, oh my gosh, I have so far to go. Am I ever going to overcome this? But you guys, this is part of the warrior of being a human, and this is part of our experience, and you owe it to yourself to go after it and to not give up, because you know what happens? Slowly but surely over time, little steps and little turns and ways that you decided to navigate your path and your everyday 3D reality start to add up to something really huge. Like crazy changes happen, and you sort of look back and think, how did I do that? So that is today's message. It is simply that the time is now. We are never going to be ready. We really aren't. What you can do is really start to develop a plan for how to do that. And you deserve to flicker and have that spark of joy in your life that's going to provide meaning. And there's people in this world that are waiting for you for whatever it is that you're offering or whatever it is that you're meant to share. I think we have a real moment in time right now where people are reinventing themselves, which is so beautiful. And why not? Why can't it be you? What is it that you really wish you could do? There's no reason why you can't. And I'm totally here to tell you, it is never easy to go on a path that is less traveled. It will be a little more challenging. We have 24 hours of a day, and obviously, hopefully we're taking good care of ourselves and we're gonna get ample sleep and actually do things that make us feel good and nurture us, and we take really good care of our temple and we do our reflection practices. But there's a lot of other time that we have, and I think I'll leave you with this one note. The time is now also refers to the time for you to prioritize yourself and your needs first, and not to necessarily be a people pleaser or always saying yes to an invitation or feeling like you're gonna let someone else down because you're trying to go towards what is important for you. Life is passing us by. I feel like there's never not going to be a time for things that are supposed to be born in our destiny. I really believe that. So I'm urging you that if there's something you're ignoring or something that you're really feeling strongly about, there is a reason. And I'll leave you with one little anecdote. Before I moved to Southern California, I lived in Northern California. It's just very different climate-wise, and it's different lifestyle. And having traveled and spent a good 5 months in Central America after I quit my job at eBay and worked at a textile cooperative, I came back and I wanted to wear flip-flops and dresses, and I wanted to feel like my body was supported by the warmth of the sun, and I wanted to feel like my bohemian self was truly coming out every single day. I just wanted to live more authentically aligned with who I am. And honestly, I wrote it down in my journal for like a year. I wanted to feel softer fabrics and silk. I just wanted more ease in my life, down to what my clothes felt like and my shoes. And I know that you know what I mean, and you probably can think of something, along those lines in your life that is nudging you. And I'm here to just tell you, like, the time is now. And by the way, big billboard, It doesn't matter how old you are. None of the variables matter, because if it's something that you feel strongly about, there is time, and it is meant in this lifetime for you to do something about it. So I hope that this resonates with you guys, and I'm just sending always all of my blessings, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon for another video. Okay, take care.